us. Truthfully, we envy, so why we so envious? And why
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just...
This is intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. That's caught. And it's very quickly... This one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on. The field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. On the move past the 40. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
It's a big play there for Green Bay. The 30 now for 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback. Offense.
Snap comes at 1. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. What can't Aaron Rodgers?
Coverage is, if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage. And that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
They'll roll him out right. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Buying time to his left. Oh, able to avoid him.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's real.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions. back right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
But I think the ball's out. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put
and my goodness, another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right.
He'll go right back to Tunyon.
And they've got it inside the 10. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Flush to his right. His pass caught at the 4. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on second and goal. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long. Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown.
Robert Tunyon
from 10 yards out.
And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his.
They're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
That finds Smith-Schuster. Nice grab.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout here as we head toward halftime. Mahomes now on first down.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Steps away.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
Steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Juju Smith-Schuster
from 17 yards out.
And the Chiefs are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Being chased out left. And this one is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So two. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
We got 4. We got 4.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Open man, here is Cobb. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
One more time with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. That was a huge play on third down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Juju Smith-Schuster on the touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. To get their next drive underway. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Rodgers now to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's second and a yard. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 1 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Slant route, he's got Dobbs.
So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Rolling to his right. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's got this down.